Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
319.
Running left, it's Warren. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
We are going.
And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
319, go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers going to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
319.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
This 2nd and 4.
10-30. 58. 319.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
26, 19.
The first carry out. This is Johnson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On the give, it's Warren. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Green 18. Green 18.
A short one there to Fryermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
A handoff for Warren. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On the run, it's Warren. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. On the sneak, Rodgers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
And they will take a knee here. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal.
Green 18. 50.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
It's complete, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Cardinals nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early. And they pick up a quick first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Go on, Omaha.
Shotgun now from Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's another Cardinals first down.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Omaha.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Go on, Eric.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Green.
Throwing now is Murray. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That ball caught by Harrison. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Go. Hey.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denying 3 points at the very end. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Cardinals.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Easy.
To throw, it's Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a completion to Wilson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route, settles on his receiver running the drag left to right, and they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
From the gun, Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. Give them 18 on the play.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Steelers' 1-yard line.
On the hole.
Benson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
At the 34-yard
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, take 26.
They'll run it. Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Hey, flex. No. Box it. Flex 18. Zoom.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Blue 58. Box it.
Here's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Flip again.
Warren will try the right side. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
18.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now a run with Warren. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over. 319.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, He needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And that is no good. Wide to the right. And that'll keep this a one-point game. Boy, so a chance to take the lead here in this fourth quarter, but he couldn't get this one on target.
Everything looked good. The snap, the hold, even the distance. The only thing off, the most important part, the accuracy.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Second and 10. Murray to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their three timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
45-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. A man who played both collegiately and professionally on this field. A welcome back for James Conner. Now the Steelers use the second of their three timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got two more to use. At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. And tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Well, now how about this return? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Bills first down. It's a gain of 20. First down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throwing now is Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew they would.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Allen to throw it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to...
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Looking to put a drive together.
319.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Right back to him on first down. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's Warren. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
Back north.
They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 3.
50, 58.
Now a give right side. It's Warren. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This now a 3rd and 4. Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, 88. Get 300. Back north.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
3:19.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
3:19. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 3:19.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Blue 58.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Kelly! Jump out! Hey, take 26!
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Allen going to run with it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen going to run with it. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
26. 18. So does 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He gets it to Cooks, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Second and 10. Here's Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Ready. 60 Eagles. Cougar 19.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, Pollard again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Ward. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down.
60 Maverick.
Going for it, here's Ward. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Titans, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Tennessee.
Pollard will take it up the gut. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Taking down at the 41. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
19-18. 79 Broncos. Hey.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving him a yard up to the 42. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, here's Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Over. 319.
They'll run on first down. Warren trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, 88.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And the lane closes up quickly as they get about 3 down to the 38.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
319.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Here's Rodgers to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back, no, 319. 319.
Up the middle they go. Warren. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6.
319.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
319.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
158. Go right. 26.
On third down, Warren. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
158.
They throw it out right complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf from 10 yards out. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up the first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot. Backed up. To throw is Ward. And that's going to be incomplete.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st down, Warren. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, Warren. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Over here. 318.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Good for a Seahawks 1st down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it second down and 12. Now Darnold.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Third down and 12 yards.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. They'll run on first down. Warren. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Warren. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Rodgers with a keeper. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And they'll run it here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Seahawks 0. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Evades him at the 20. They find some open field here. And he'll be out right at the 35. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
The Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. A final shot before the break. Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And his throw is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
62 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, Steelers 7. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Running left, it's Warren.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
On a a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on fourth and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Oh, look at this play call. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Here's Darnold.
Connecting with Cup here on the out route.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Off of play action, Darnold. That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work in the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Here's Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Wide left. Box it, box it, box it, box it. 26.
Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
At the 30-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go, sack.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Go outside. Go, lady.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football's really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from making this a three-score game. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage. Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Inside. 319. Jack 300. Jack 300. Hey, check 26.
To throw is Rodgers.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
319.
Rodgers now to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That's good for us Steelers.
Go to 50. Hey, you block.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.